Okay, this video is for 5th grade. It's long division. I've got a link on here called Tutoring. It has a video that walks you through the steps, and it also has a worksheet that you can do if you want to earn extra credit. You can work on that at home and bring it in. All I need to see is I want to be sure and see your work so I can see that how you worked it out. So to access this, you go to your classroom and you're going to go to Tutoring. I've made a new topic that is here. So you're going to go under Tutoring and you're going to see my assignment. Right now I only have one on there. So it's long division, tutoring number 1. I'm going to pull that up. And so here's the worksheet that you can work on. And I'm going to start just by writing down the first problem. 94. And we're going to divide 6,045 into 94 parts. That's what's happening here. So the first thing I need to do is I'm going to write down my steps. Dangerous monkeys steal bananas. At any time during this video, if you want to pause and try it, or go as far as you can and then check back with me, that's completely fine because I want you to be able to do this by yourself, but this is here in case you forget. Your steps are, what's the D stand for? Divide and multiply and subtract and bring down. If you will remember these steps, you're not going to get stuck on this any of these problems. So my first step is division. I'm going to have to see how many times that 94 can go into 6. Will that work? No. Okay, how many times will 94 go into 60? Will that work? Absolutely not. So I'm going to have to see how many times that 94 will go into 604. I'm going to underline that so I remember which numbers that I've used. So now I've got to use what I know about multiplication and what I know about number sense. I know that 94 is pretty close to 100, and 100 is a pretty easy number for me to work with in my head. And I know that 604 is super close to 600. So I'm thinking that 94 might go into 604 around 6 times. So let's try that. It'll give us a good place to start anyway. All right, 6 times 4 is, 24. Regroup my 2. 6 times 9 is 54, 55, 56. Okay, so 564, will that work? Can we get another 100, or well, about 100, between 564 and 604? Because in my brain I know that 564 plus 100 is going to be 664, and that's way too many. So 6 is our number. Now where do I put my 6? Absolutely. I put it above my 4 because this is the number that I'm multiplying, that I'm dividing into. I'm not dividing into 60. I'm not dividing into 6. I'm dividing into 604. So be sure that your partial quotient goes up here. So next I'm going to multiply. That's my next step. 94 times 6 is 564. Now notice how I kept my place value in line. I have all my numbers in straight lines. That's very important. My next step is subtract. I have it lined up here, so let's subtract. 4 take away 4 is 0. 0 take away 6. Can I do that? No. I need 6 pizzas and I have 0, so I'm going to have to drive next door. I'm going to borrow one from this pizza place and take it back here. Now I'm going to put a 1 in front of whatever this number is. Since it's a 0, it's a 10. If it were a 2, it'd be a 12. If it were a 3, it'd be a 13, and so on. So now we have 10, and I need to take away 6, which gives me 4. And 5 take away 5 is, of course, 0. You can put that 0 there or not. It's not that important right there. Okay, what's next? I've divided, multiplied, subtracted. Now I've got to bring down that 5. Okay. All right, what's next? Am I finished? Could this be my remainder? No, it could not be. There are 2 reasons. Because this number, that it's larger than my divisor, right? Exactly. And I've brought this number down, so I've got to divide into it now, right? I've got to do something with it because my last step is subtract. So I've got to make sure I do that last. So let's see. How many times will 94 go into 405? Well, I can use what I know here. And once again, I'm going to round this up to 100 because that's an easy number for me to work with. So I'm thinking this will go about 4 times. Let's try that. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 9 is 36. Plus this 1 is 37. 376. Will that work? Absolutely. I know that's as high as that I can go because if I add another 100 to this, it's going to be 476, which will be way too many. So after I divide, I'm going to multiply, and we know that 94 times 4 is 376. Now notice I put my 4 straight above my 5, right? Now I've multiplied. What else do I need to do? Subtract. All right, so I need 6 pizzas. I only have 5, so I'm going to have to go next door. Now, anytime I cross over a 0, because I can't borrow anything from this pizza store, they are out of pizza as well. Anytime I cross over a 0, it's automatically going to become a 9. This 4 is going to become a 3. I'm borrowing 1 from here. I'm taking it here, and I could take the time to turn it into a 10, and then borrow again to make it into a 9, to take here. But just remember, anytime you cross over a 0, it becomes a 9. So now this became a 15 because I always put the 1 in front of whatever this number is. Now what's 15 take away 6? 9, exactly. And this is a 9 here. What's 9 take away 7? That's a 2. Okay, so I have subtracted. I need to bring down. Have I brought anything? Do I have anything else to bring down? Absolutely not. Am I finished? And how do I know? Because this number is smaller than my divisor and I don't have anything else to bring down, and I have subtracted, so I know that this is my remainder. So my quotient is 64, remainder 29. So there you go. Write this down every time and follow these steps, and you're going to do great. So finish this worksheet, bring it in to me, and I'll give you extra credit. Thank you for your hard work, and remember, math ain't that hard.